Today's story is one of the most heartbreaking stories I've ever heard. It's disturbing, it's uncomfortable, and it forces us to confront the kinds of evils, that sometimes reside in the very homes that are meant to be protecting us. This is not entertainment. This is not gossip. This is a real life story that reminds us that sometimes the most dangerous people are not strangers, but are people that we term family. Before I get into the story, I think it's important I say that if you're sensitive to conversations about abuse and conversations about trauma, please take care of yourself while watching this. There's this girl who shared her story with us, and if you want to share your story as well, if you want your story to be aired on the channel here, or even have questions that you want either me or people you just want to have answers, you want to hear what people think about it, there's a link in the description where you can have those questions there. I'm going to leave a link in the description. It's an anonymous link, so nobody would know that you're the one who put those questions or who put those real life experiences there. This girl grew up in a broken home. Her father left when she was quite young. Shortly after her younger brother was born, that was when her father left. And, her mother was left alone. 3 children, just one woman, struggling to survive, trying to make ends meet. And so to help, her mother's younger brother, of course her uncle, moved in, to just help around the house and, just basically help. And of course, because it's an important value in African societies, in many African families value, it's like an unspoken rule, family help family. I mean, if your family member is in distress and needs help with something, if it's something that you can offer, you should be there to help. I mean, so because of that, this person was, speaking of the uncle now, was very trusting. It was easy to trust the person, right? Because hey, he's here to help, right? Trust him, and he's doing us a favor, basically, and then quickly he became the man in the house, the man of the house even, if someone valued, someone trusted, someone very respected. Now, fast forward to some years later, the girl narrating is about 13 years old and her older sister is about 18. Like I said, there are 3 children in the family. She has an older sister than herself and a younger brother. Like I said, the older sister is 18. She was done with secondary school at the time, and then she was seeking university admission. Now, one fateful afternoon, the girl that is the girl narrating this story, she comes back from school on a very normal day, comes back from school, walks into the house, and what she sees for basically the first time in her life was something that no child should ever get to see in their innocence. She catches her uncle and her older sister in bed together, and at that point I'm sort of wondering what might have been going through her mind. I'm sure she might have just freeze, but basically what she said was that she walked away. When she walked in on them, saw what was happening, she just quietly walked away. Like I said, she was 13 at the time, and so obviously she should have had an idea of what was going on. She wasn't a kid. She had an idea of what was going on. So the moment she walked in on them, she just quietly walked out. But I'm just thinking what might have been going through her mind at the time. Now the thing is, that wasn't the last time it happened. That wasn't the last time she saw them doing that, right? That was the first time she saw them, but that wasn't the last time. There were other times she walked in on them, or sometimes, like she said, she heard sounds of them doing it. Now, eventually, she was in conversation with her sister and then just subtly confronts her sister and, asked her that, hey, what is going on? I've seen you guys do this quite a few times. What is going on? And according to what she said, her sister did not give her a definitive answer. She says that she noticed that there was fear in her sister's eyes while she asked that, and her sister just quickly dismissed the question and said, you wouldn't understand. You're too young to understand, was what she said. Now, one day the sister gets pregnant. Her mother is devastated. Her mother is shocked, confused, and before the truth can even come out, the uncle steps forward and comes up with a story, a false story, of course. He tells the mother that the girl had been sleeping around with guys and he had warned her before not to do that, but she never paid attention to him. He convinces the mother that she had been promiscuous. He totally deflects the blame even before the girl had to say her side of the story. And guess what? As expected, the mother believed that story. And of course, the mother believed him. Because the sad part is, who would believe her? Who would believe her side of the story? How is the mom supposed to believe that her own brother, her own blood brother, was responsible for that. Someone who came into their lives to help out was responsible for such a tragedy. And it was at that point that the truth eventually came out. And it was at that point that the older sister eventually opened up, and told the girl narrating this story now, which is of course her sister, told her exactly what happened, how that this occurrence did not start consensually. It started with force. He, first of all, started by forcing himself on her, and after manipulating her and breaking her, he made her believe that it was a normal thing for your uncle to sleep with you. And by the time she got used to the pain, she stopped fighting back. She just accepted it as a normal thing, and then she just started giving herself to him without fighting. And after this, she sort of became an outcast in her home. She wasn't sent out because there was nowhere she would have gone, but they just let her stay in the house. She was pregnant, no chance of even having any dreams of the university admission that she was seeking before, because her mom wouldn't have it. And then she was just there, no comfort, no support, no protection, just consigned to being the black sheep of the house, the one who went and slept around, and now is shamefully pregnant. Fast forward to delivery day. She goes into labor. She delivers the child, but she doesn't make it. She lost her life in the process of delivering the child. She doesn't make it. She dies giving birth to the child of the man who abused her and manipulated her. And the man is walking freely, even till now, according to what this girl said. Now, the younger sister, the girl narrating this story, of course, she left home at that point. She never returned. She never returned home. Because, how do you stay in a house where you unjustly lost your sister and the person responsible for it is walking freely, is protected? How does she stay in that kind of house? Even if she, at the point, I'm sure, must have had nowhere to go. According to the story, this happened quite a few years back, about 6-7 years ago. The girl narrating this story, she has her life together now, according to what she said. And that's even the reason why she can actually let this story out. This story is beyond shocking. It's actually quite disturbing. But in it, there are important conversations that need to be had. That sometimes the dangerous people don't come from outside, they come from inside. And that there are families that are meant to be protecting the members of that family, but somehow becomes so rooted in dysfunction that it does the exact opposite. When God created family, He created it for many reasons. He created it for nurturing. He created it for protection. He created it to be a safe haven where children can find themselves and become who God has proposed in His heart for them to be. But somehow we are not achieving that. Somehow it has sort of become something else. And the reason is like that is because we are refusing to do the right things. It's because we're refusing to adhere to the right standard, the biblical standard of raising children. Where did it all go wrong? Can we say it went wrong from the fact that the dad left them? You left your wife, I believe. I don't even know, because these days we don't even know. But we believe it's his wife. Left your wife with 3 kids and one who was literally just born, and you disappeared into the thin air and left her to fend for these kids herself. Because that was eventually what prompted her to then bring in someone who apparently is not a stranger, her own brother, into the house to help. And then that was the genesis of all the problems that led to one child dying, the second one leaving and never coming back, and the third one who knows how the young man is living his life now. It's horrible. And people would always ask, Why didn't she talk? I mean, the girl in question here, why didn't she talk? Why didn't she speak up? Why didn't she tell somebody? But you see, people forget the fact that victims don't stay silent because they enjoy the silence. But they stay silent many times because to them, they strongly believe that the silence, the pain that comes from the silence is better than the pain that comes from judgment. It's better than the pain that comes from when they are judged, from when they are stigmatized. They stay silent because they are afraid of being judged. They stay silent because of the shame, because of the guilt. They are dying inside, but yet they can't just they either cannot find the strength, the courage, or the person that they can open up to, or even sometimes the right platform to open up to. Many African parents love their children, but they are oftentimes emotionally unavailable for them. Their kids, I've said it on the channel quite a few times, their kids cannot see how much they love them, even though they say that they love them, or they claim to show that they love them, but their kids cannot see it. And because of that emotional unavailability makes the kids, makes it difficult for the kids to actually confide in their parents. I mean, there's so many talking points that can be brought out from this. So many talking points, so many things to be said. Unfortunately, this is not an exclusive story. This is something that happens many times, and there are even so many horrible situations that come out from dysfunctional homes and families like this. There's so much to be said. I can't even do it justice in this one video, so I'm just going to throw it out. What do you guys think? What do you believe could have been done differently? Do you believe her mother could truly have believed her? And if she did, could this story, could it have ended differently? Should families actually make it a thing to expose abusers publicly, even if it disgraces the family? Should it be a thing? Let's just have a chat about it. There's so many nuances that we can pick up from this unfortunate and disturbing story. And let's have a chat about it. And if you've ever gone through something like this, or you know someone who has, please don't be silent. Talk to someone. Seek help. You deserve safety. You deserve healing. You deserve peace. You deserve love. You deserve people who care for you. There are platforms, there are NGOs, there are systems that have been put in place to cater for people like you. Please don't be silent. Please speak up. There's healing for you. There's love for you. So much love for you. That's the video. Like I said, let's have your opinions in the chat. Let's talk about it there. My name is Goodness Eze. This has been Storytime with Goodness Eze. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notifications button. See you in the next video. Adios.